The emotional state, it's the unconscious programs. Can you imagine your whole life, every single emotion that you went through is there. All your job is not to know what it is, where it came from, where it's going. Your job is just to address it, nurture it, and transmute it back into an open flow of energy. Because there's an invisible strand of energy that connects you to a different consciousness. We're multidimensional. So the more you work on yourself and you build up the light, now you have transmuted all. Because the chakra systems, the 7 chakra systems, it's like you going to the gym. You have to start off with lightweight. The emotional state, it's the unconscious programs. It is just like a hard drive that stores everything. So can you imagine your whole life, every single emotion that you went through is there. And you turn on the TV and you're watching a show, but unconsciously you are actually tapping into that frequency vibration, which brings up the emotion where you had that experience or a similar emotional experience. You're not even aware of it, you don't have a memory of it, but in the emotional state it does. So you start to match it, and then all of a sudden you feel that. Like after you're done watching your show, you're like, because you weren't really aware of everything. And you start to kind of feel that, and you're like, wait a minute, why do I feel this way after watching a show? Or sometimes we become so emotional, we start to cry during a movie, because we're connecting to that state of consciousness. So as you go through everyday experiences, allow those emotions to be and say, okay, let me sit with it. Okay, but don't sit with it where you're like, I want to know what it is. Just sit with it. Where is that in the field? Because remember, the field is what's holding it, right? All your job is not to know what it is, where it came from, where it's going. Your job is just to address it, nurture it, and transmute it back into an open flow of energy. That's it. The more you do this, the more you sit with yourself in that, the less you try to find out the details of it, it will naturally transmute. Sometimes we need to know, okay, what took place in my life? Why am I feeling this? So you go into it, sometimes it wants you to kind of replay that experience. But the little things that you pick up throughout the day can be very easily transmuted. Now, I don't watch TV, but I have a TV in my house. My kids come to my house and they start watching TV. And I just walk by and I can feel it. I let them finish watching it. Turn it off and tell them, how do you guys feel? They tune in and then they're like, oh my God, yeah, I wasn't feeling like this. Well, where did you get it? I was just watching a show. How is that possible that I was watching a show and I picked up all this emotion? They're not even aware of it. Like, well, how is that possible? Because there's an invisible strand of energy that connects you to a different consciousness. We're multidimensional because all of those timelines existed. And somehow, somewhere, your soul and your oversoul has experienced that. So therefore, you have experienced it in this lifetime or another lifetime. So once we're done going through our 7 chakras, right? Which is very powerful, because now that you went through the 7 chakras, you've balanced them out. Now you're becoming a multidimensional being. Now you're working with other dimensions of your existences, which had also emotional states of consciousness that resonate to your life here. So the more you work on yourself and you build up the light, now you have transmuted all. Not all, but there'll be more, but now it'll be a different level, right? So it will go back and forth. So now, let's say, for instance, I've been doing this for over 20 years. My work for me is primarily in my astral body and my causal body. Just for one day, yesterday, for about 2 months, I haven't been really meditating, literally at all. Because the meditation becomes an everyday experience. So Friday, Saturday, and today, Friday I was sitting all day going through my chakra systems, which was pretty quick compared to, if I would have to do it. I would have to be there like for a longer period of time. Right away, towards the end of the day, I was already operating in my astral and my causal body. Because the chakra systems, the 7 chakra systems, it's like you going to the gym. You have to start off with light weight. Or you do like a mile first of running, right? And then you increase to 2 miles. Let's say you already been running for 5 years, 5 miles a day, every day. And you stopped running. In about 2 years later, you started to run again. It will be much easier for you to get back up into the 5 miles of running on daily basis because your memory cells already have it. So you have trained yourself already to know what it is like. Your body knows what it is, and therefore you'll be able to run 5 miles again. So same thing with this. It's an everyday practice. Be creative on your practices. So with that emotional state coming in and out all the time, watch your breath. Even if you're standing somewhere, just